Hello. Today we're going to be fighting Big and Will Be Bad Wolf, but first let's go over the decks. First I have a Eugen Brink, 2 Tailing, 1 Inkover, and for passives I have Battle Ready, Mind Hauler, Singular Strike, and Electric Shock. And then I have 2 Emma Blunt Singletons with Punch to the Solar Plexus, Puppet Skeleton, and Concussion. Alright, let's get into it. So, on the first scene, the wolf will be casting some fairly weak pages. Grr is 3-6 block, 2-4 slash, 3-6 block. And so it isn't very threatening, but the 2-4 slash on hit will recover 6 HP, so you do want to be able to beat that. And then Pointy Claws, 3-8, 3-7, and both inflict 1 bleed. This one's a little more threatening, but most of your pages should be able to easily beat it. Alright, for passives I'll be taking Prey since there's only 1 enemy. Vengeance doesn't really matter since I don't plan on getting hit very much. Alright, now in this scene, the wolf will be playing I'll Gobble You Up, which is a 7-7, and on hit will swallow the target. What it does doesn't really matter since we can just outroll it with a Tailoring, or with something like a Wrath of Torment. The other 2 pages should be the same stuff. Alright, and so the wolf, when going into its second phase, will recover from its stagger, which would have been inflicted on it if you were clashing well. But now it'll be casting Howl Every Scene, which is a 12-12 mass summation that on hit deals 10 stagger damage. And unfortunately, since Eugen does have a broken die, it can sometimes target that, but that's why we run Mind Hauler, so that you shouldn't get staggered. And then Bloodstained Hunt, 5-9, 4-8, 3-7. This one is a little harder to beat, but you can still beat it with most of your 3 dice pages. Ferocious Fangs, 3-7 block, and then 3-7 pierce. And if the block die wins, then the pierce die will get 2 power, and the pierce die will cover some HP on hit. But overall, none of these pages are too threatening at this stage in the game. Alright, now I'll just take Vengeance because it's the only option. And here, the wolf will go into its hunt phase, where only the patron librarian will be able to act, and it'll be casting Ambush on both of its die, which is just 3-8 that on hit recovers 6 HP. You can easily beat this with a Tailoring or Empowered Faint Memories, but since I have Singular Strike, I can even beat it with To Overcome Crisis fairly consistently. And also, if it's targeting your broken die and you can't redirect it, like it is now, then your Deflect Assault will hopefully be able to at least mitigate the damage. Alright, and here I'll be casting it again, and notably since I put Electric Shock on my Eugen, the wolf is paralyzed, so this 3-8 will instead only roll 3-5 and make it even easier to outroll. Alright, and now we're back into the regular set of phase 2, but the wolves' stagger resistances will all be fatal. And so here you're gonna stagger and potentially kill, but it's just the same stuff. Alright, and there is the fight. It's not too hard as long as you don't let your librarians get swallowed. After defeating Big and Will Be Bad Wolf, you'll get access to these Abnormality Pages. Instincts is a strong page, giving your librarian better clashing and sustain. Notably, the die needs to be empowered to get the healing, so it doesn't synergize with 1-die pages. Claws of Savagery is interesting. If a librarian loses 25% of their max HP, they become untargetable and unclashable, as well as gaining 2 strength and inflicting bleed on each attack. Notably, this doesn't need to occur all in one scene, so as long as the selected librarian is high health, it's almost guaranteed to trigger multiple times. The role of the wolf is a strong build around. The selected librarian's counter dice become stronger, as well as inflicting up to 6 fragile a scene. Counter dice are not very common, so you can't just put this on anyone, but when built around, this page can be very strong. In the next video, we'll be fighting the last abnormality battle in Urban Nightmare, Warm-Hearted Woodsman. I'll see you soon, and as always, thank you for watching.